Hey everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's scroll saw project video we have a fun musical theme project designed by Steve Good. I've already got the pattern printed out and attached to the material with clear packing tape. Here is the project. It depicts a jazz man on the saxophone with the musical notes around him, which is real cool. He also has two ovals that are going to be the base, and you're going to glue the bases on top of each other, which is going to give it a tiered appearance like he's up on stage performing his musical number. I really like this design. I love listening to all kinds of music, and the material we're going to be working with is Blue Pine. This material was actually part of a pallet that I disassembled and planed down, and I made a bunch of pallet wood panels, and I'm going to be showing those to you guys at the end of the video. But right now what we're going to do is head over to the drill press and drill our pilot holes for all this, head over to the scroll saw and start scrolling. And over here on the drill press we're using a small drill bit to drill all the pilot holes for this project. Not very many, around maybe 10 or so, and then the two bases. And then we're going to head over here to the scroll saw and start scrolling. I am using number 5 reverse tooth, sharp tooth scroll saw blades, and they're cutting through the blue pine exceptionally well. And because this was a pallet originally where I got the material from, I'm wearing a dust respirator. You can't see it because of the angle of the camera focusing on the scroll saw, but I do have a dust respirator on, and I always encourage people to wear one. The pattern is designed by Steve Good and is available as a free pattern download over at his website at scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com over in the free pattern catalog. Going through here getting all of our internal cutting done, and this pattern has a little bit of the veining. You see me doing it there where you just run the blade in and then back it out. Just adds a unique detail to the piece. Now we're going to begin that final cut that will release it from the wood, and you see me using the bar of soap there to lubricate the blade. Just going around here on the final outside cut. If you guys like what you're seeing, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see all future updates. Got a lot of nice projects planned for the future. And also follow me online on my Instagram page at Artisan Pirate. I try to post over there at least twice daily and use the story feature often to show progress of certain projects. Coming around the saxophone here and the back side of the musical note. And we're about to be done with the jazz man, and then we will set him aside and cut out the two oval bases after giving the blade a little bit more lubrication with the bar of soap. And the bases are just simple ovals. I'm going to go around here and get the smaller oval cut out, and then we will head over to sanding with the palm sander. And I'm using just basic 100 grit sandpaper, and I'll always do a little bit finer detail sanding off camera. And I use those small circular motions, and it really gets everything nice and smooth. And then we'll head over to the workbench. You see me there taking the dust respirator off. I'm going to use Gorilla Glue to glue everything together, and I'm gluing the two base pieces here that give it that tiered appearance, and using spring clamps to hold everything together. And after about an hour I come back, took those clamps off and glued the jazz man himself on it and let that dry about an hour, and then I came back and removed the clamps the final time, and then the project was complete. And here we have the completed scroll saw Jazzman. I think he turned out real good. He cut extremely well over on the scroll saw. The Blue Pine, being a variety of pine, cut extremely well and extremely smooth on the scroll saw. I didn't break a blade. Scroll saw time was about 30 minutes start to finish on cutting the Jazzman and then the two bases out. I think it turned out real good. The material, in case you was wondering, is about 3/4 inch thickness. I really liked how it turned out, and I really love the grain in this piece, and I know when I clear coat it, the grain is really going to pop. I've made a couple other things out of the Blue Pine Pallet Wood Panels I made, and they've all turned out great, and when the clear coat's added, the grain just comes to the forefront of the project, and it's really a nice added effect how all the grain just ties in with the project. I think it turned out real good. Nice look at him. Really awesome. Thank you, Steve Good, for another amazing design. And as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you guys another one of my pallet wood panels. This is a bigger one I made, and it's actually got some live edge on it, so I'm really excited to find a project to make something out of this one, maybe a sign or something to keep that live edge theme, or maybe a portrait or something. But I'm really enjoying having that thickness planer in the shop to be able to make stuff like that, the panels, and doing the big glue ups and being able to run them through and get them smooth. The Jazzman here was just a smaller piece I had left over from a panel, and I had cut it down, and that was all that was left over. But here he is once again, the scroll saw Jazzman. Awesome. I really like it. And that's about all for this video. Remember guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.